I get the impression that you're really wanting to change people's lives through your spoken word.
I'm just a vessel.
Yeah.
I mean, if I pray that what I say and what I do touches someone's life, I try and make it relevant to where people are. My motivation is to be able to write something that either prods at your spirit or touches your heart or causes something to resonate in you to emote change.
Right, and I totally picked up on that because as soon as you said the box, I knew exactly what you were talking about. And you mentioned in the beginning of your lyrics, you know what Oprah Winfrey says, you know what Dr. Phil says. So what would you say as far as culturally what media is doing to our society? Because I get the impression that you're wanting some change to be made.
Yes, because it's almost like we praise those people, like we'll hear what Oprah says before we go and see what the word says, or we'll take the opinion of Dr. Phil or whoever else that's on the television, or the opinions and the lyrics of another artist or what have you, before we go and see what Christ said about us and about our lives. And I think it's time for that to end. We gotta make some changes, definitely.
Yeah. So turning off the TV then might be one of those first changes.
Yeah, and definitely turning it off, but really, really hearing it for what it is, because a lot of the lyrics that you're hearing nowadays, they have a lot of subliminal messages, things that are hidden that get into your spirit, but you don't even know it's there.
Right.
So really, just being aware. Seeing everything with your eyes wide open.
Right.
Yep.
As far as your second song, it sounded like a song to me because of your flow, and that was another question that I had. You do sing as well.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. In your second song, you mentioned that moving to the rhythm of Christ.
Yep.
How, if somebody is off alignment, how would you say that you get back into that rhythm?
No, that's why we're so important. Because God places us in people's lives, people that are lost, people that have no idea that that's where they are. And that's the first step to getting back into right standing with God, is to first be made aware that that's where you are.
And then what happens after that? Once you're aware, I've had an epiphany. I'm like, I'm not happy with my life, and I realize that I'm not following Christ. That first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I either check my Facebook page or I check to see what time the movies are starting. What do I do now? Now that I'm aware, what do I do next?
Now you do the exact opposite, because my dad told me that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Right.
So now that you've been made aware, the next thing is to do something different. From, instead of checking the Facebook page, the first thing when you wake up in the morning, the first thing would need to be, hi, good morning, Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Good morning, Lord. What would you have for me to do today? And really beginning to develop a relationship, not a religion, but really develop a relationship with Christ, and then He'll guide.